Dennis Foster, he's unpredictable.
He's all over the place.
You know, one moment it'll be one thing, and then it'll be skitzing around.
He's crazy, very crazy. Haven't you seen him?
He's crazy, you know, in the business and personal. It's exactly the same.
At times I would say Dennis is insane.
I think everybody has an insane part to them, but his is a little extra, yes, definitely. I know, right? You see, he gets emotional on this topic too.
Dennis Foster, he's crazy at certain times, but all in all, he's a good guy.
He's a hard guy to work for, but he is fair.
He drove me crazy.
This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and just as anyone will tell you, this truly is the yachting capital of the world. This is LMC, Lauderdale Marine Center, and it's quite possibly the largest boat repair facility on the East Coast. And in the heart of Lauderdale Marine Center is Foster's Yacht Services, the best boat repair facility on planet Earth. And the mastermind behind it is this man, Dennis Foster. But just who exactly is Dennis Foster?
Dennis Foster, he's a little complicated to explain.
Dennis Foster is a crazy character.
Yes, he's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm watching money just fly out the f***ing door.
He is a workaholic.
Definite workaholic.
I don't think he has a stop button.
So it's a strategic way of doing things, and it's my way, or the highway.
He's being very difficult. He thinks his way is the only way, and it's becoming hectic.
Looks for over and above what anybody can produce, which, you know, it does give a little bit of a drive to people, but it also pisses them off in a sense.
What happened here? I hate when these people do this. They're idiots. That is going to bother me and keep me up at night if I don't fix it.
He doesn't do anything for himself. He just works, and that's it. Like on the weekends, he's on the computer working. Even if he's not here, he's working.
Doesn't anybody forget what hard work is? I don't understand this. Come in here, get your damn things, and check, and get it all taken care of.
The projects that he has on hand, I mean, he has to be like that in order to get them accomplished and get people to do what he wants them to do.
So as you can see, I'm micromanaging everybody. I'm on top of everybody because I want everything to be right and perfect.
He is a family man.
He is a family man, that's for sure.
As a father, oh God, hands down. You feel that love. I mean, everybody sees the love that he has. I admire that about him.
He's got a good heart.
He's actually a very nice guy. It's just when it comes to business, he's a little bit strict.
This is what I'm trying to tell people, which they don't understand. You're either a multitasker, a multi-manager, or you're a I hate people to say, oh, don't be micromanaging me. Well, if I don't micromanaging you, you don't do
I don't think that working for Dennis will work for me. I mean, he's too strict of a boss for me.
Take the freaking wax out of your ears, Mark.
Man, don't play that game with me. This is where it goes, right? It's a convincing thing, okay?
He's very persistent.
Dennis does have very high standards and is very hard to please. This guy's just unbelievable. He won't accept anything. Nothing's good enough for him.
We have 3 managers meetings a week. Why in the frick do we meet if nobody's going to listen to me?
Why wasn't this done?
I think he's a perfectionist because his name is on it. I would be the same.
My customers have made me like this. They want perfect and they don't want no excuses. I just had to go and tell the guy to go and redo it over. He says the captain already approved it, everybody's happy. I'm not the captain and you don't work for the captain, you work for me.
The type of person that likes everything perfect.
And Dennis is definitely a control freak.
That kind of almost throws us under the bus because there's always a little bit of something that can't be exactly perfect. Although Dennis requires it to be perfect, makes him a little bit OCD at times because of that.
Yeah, but you know that's not up to my standard because my name's going to be on that I'm going to have to think about that.
But Chris said he needs that to come down.
I know what he said, but it's what I said.
He wants things a certain way. If it's not right, he gets a little tense.
Why do I have to come and find this stuff? Now, there's a cost involved in that. Now, we have to redo that when we just put it in there brand new.
Yeah, of course he has ADD.
When he says something, he does it.
He's always outgoing. He's an honest guy. Tells you what he wants and he don't bullshit.
And he loves what he does, taking these yachts and making them look beautiful at the end of the progress and give them to their customers. got out of the Army, I didn't have a trade or a career, so I went to work with my father in the produce business. We had to get up at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you worked till 11 o'clock the next day. It was a lot of hours. So after that, I got sick of that for a while, and I went with my Uncle Will, who had a small little boat repair company called New Vista Boat Company. He was building boats out of formed mica and glassing them together just by his hands. So I started with him on that, and I kind of liked what I did, and you know, he kind of had business and didn't have business, so I had to go work other places. And I went to work for different marinas and doing different jobs and gel coat work and fiberglass work. I just got really attuned to what I was doing, and I liked it, and I figured one day that after I had a little bit of experience, I could go do this for myself. So it was really interesting. I was passionate about it. I liked what I did. I was fixing things, working with my hands. And then I got this brand grandiose idea that I could do it for myself. So I borrowed some money from my mom. I got a $400 red van. I painted it, I cleaned it up, I got licensed, I got insurance. I was a schmuck in a truck. And I was doing all the work myself, and I hired a couple people, and then it started getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Then I had no work, I had to go back to work for somebody. Then I'd get more work and go work for myself again, then I'd have to go back to work for somebody. And then after a while, it just got so frustrating that I just committed that I would not go back to work for anybody. We used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. We made flyers the night before with a little rock in a sandwich bag. We would jump the gates at all the marinas and paper that marina with 300 boats, 4 marinas, probably 3 to 4 times a week.
I remember from the beginning going and jumping over fences to put flyers on boats, you know, his company.
And then the phones started ringing off the hook, and that's how I really got a lot of the business, was by illegal solicitation. And then we would hire a couple more guys, and we would do some jobs, and we'd screw some jobs up. That's the best sort of training. Make the mistakes first so you know what not to do. So we were doing mobile service first, which is at the dock. Then we wound up doing work while the boat was in the shipyard, which was all new to me because I always done it in the water. So when the boat came out at the shipyards, we were doing bottom jobs, running gear, coatings, touch-ups, putting in underwater lights. And so we started learning all other kinds of stuff. And then we gradually got into bigger boats and bigger yachts. And I had to hire 4 and 5 and 6 other guys. And we just kept building and building and building until one day, where we're at today, Lauderdale Marine Center, I actually got my first rental bay in here, which was my shop. And then we just kept building and building, and we're here today with you know, a 30-man crew of people. And this is what brought us to today, was all of those little successes on each vessel.